Illuminati is a clue in itself.
What?
Illuminati? They're saying Illuminati, which is exactly what they want us to think. They're hiding from us. But we just cracked the code, and we're gonna prove this thing once and for all.
We just talked about how stupid these conspiracies are.
Conspiracies? The Illuminati are viewed as leaders, the most powerful people and companies in the entire world. And from the time we're kids, we're already being taught to serve them. Think about it. When you're a little kid, what's the one thing you're forced to do? Go to school. And when you're in school, who's the one person that you have to obey? The teacher. And when it comes to teachers, what's the one thing you associate teachers with? Apples. Like, why an apple of all things? Because Apple is one of the biggest companies in the world, and they're in on it. Why do you think every single one of their Apple products starts with an I?
Like the iPhone, or the iPod, or the iPad, or even the iRack. I didn't know they made racks.
No, like the place, Iraq. See, there's already a lot of conspiracy theories saying we went to war in Iraq for oil or for money or for whatever. But what if the reason was to protect the secret? Theories saying we went to war in Iraq for oil or for money or for whatever. But what if the reason was to protect the secret?
So you're saying the Illuminati is located in Iraq?
No, that would be way too obvious, but we are close. It's someplace around there. I just don't know where to start.
With all the technology we have, too bad we can't just triangulate their position.
Wait, Sean, say that again.
That again?
Exactly, triangulate.
Huh?
Triangles, that's another Illuminati sign. That's how we're gonna find them, with triangles.
But where do we start?
Isn't it obvious? The pyramids. Even as a little kid, you're taught that pyramids are in Egypt. Egypt. And what other famous pyramid does everybody learn about as a kid? The food pyramid. And if we look above Egypt, we see Turkey, which is up and to the right, exactly where Turkey would be on the food pyramid, up and to the right in the meat section. And while we're talking about meats, don't tell me it's a coincidence that Saudi Arabia is shaped exactly like the meat they used to draw in cartoons that we watched as kids. Even though it is pretty uncooked and red, that could explain exactly why there's the Red Sea right next to it. It's because the Red Sea is just the meat juices dripping as a kid. The food pyramid. And if we look above Egypt, we see Turkey, which is up and to the right, exactly where Turkey would be on the food pyramid, up and to the right in the meat section. And while we're talking about meats, don't tell me it's a coincidence that Saudi Arabia is shaped exactly like the meat they used to draw in cartoons that we watched as kids. Even though it is pretty uncooked and red, that could explain exactly why there's the Red Sea right next to it. It's because the Red Sea is just the meat juices dripping down from Saudi Arabia, or should I say, saltier rare beef.
Oh god.
And if we connect all 3 points, we have the first triangle, the triangle of pyramids. But the Illuminati aren't just represented by pyramids, they're also represented by an eye. And what do eyes do? They see. Just like the Mediterranean Sea, or Syria, or like we mentioned earlier, the Red Sea. That's our second triangle, the triangle of eyes. And when you put the triangle of pyramids and the triangle of eyes together, what do you get? The 2-triangle star. And what country lies in the middle of the star? Israel. And guess what Israel's national flag looks like? Exactly, the 2-triangle star. And so in conclusion, after all my minutes of research into finally